It's the Duffin Up Podcast.
All right, Duff Daddies and Duff Mamas, we have on a very, very special guest for you this week. She is the founder of Girls Gone Clubbin, a group that was founded in 2020 out of Boston, Massachusetts, in order to make the game of golf more available to many new women golfers. And since 2020, boy, has that, this has grown into a great group. So we really, really want to welcome on Sara Velardi from Girls Gone Clubbin. Sara, how you doing tonight?
Hey everyone. Thanks for having me. I'm super excited to be here. Yeah, I like to talk and I like golf, so what could go wrong?
Awesome. So first question. Go for it, Brad.
What I was just gonna say is for those listeners at home, we finally got Sara on. I feel like every time Boston women's golf the topic comes about, I'm always the biggest advocate and the biggest plug to mention Girls Gone Clubbing and to mention Sara. So we finally our calendars aligned and our schedules were able to make it work to have Sara come on board, and we're super excited to have you here. So welcome, Sara.
Yeah, I think Brian, have you actually told the story about how I met you and all that? Or I feel like
I think I've told it a couple times. Yeah. So just a background. If you're tuning in for the first time, if you're listening all the time, sorry, I'm going to repeat myself. But Sara kind of fell into my girlfriend and I's lives randomly one day at the driving range in Brookline here at Robert Lynch, Putterham, Brookline Municipal Courts, whatever you want to call it. We were there just getting in some reps. My girlfriend recently picked up golf with COVID, like a lot of different golfers around there. And so we were playing, we were hitting some balls, and Sara came over to my girlfriend. Her name is Midori, and said, "Hey, like." I forget exactly the wording, but basically it was like, "Hey, are you a frequent golfer? Do you live in the Boston area?" And Midori's like, "Yeah, I'm just starting to pick it up." And Sara was like, "Perfect. Like, well, I started this group called Girls Gone Clubbing. We do outings, we do different events for women all over Boston, of all different age groups, golf levels, from never picking up a club to scratch golfers, everything in between. We just have a good time. We make it a fun time." And so the rest is history there, where my girlfriend actually decided to do some of the events, and I'm gonna do a nice presentation here. Rock my Girls Gone Clubbing swag.
That
It
is
doesn't
the
fit because
OG hat you have there. Not a lot
still
of people
got
have that one, so
That's awesome.
yeah, no, and it's so
Yeah.
funny that you say that story, and I've never actually responded to it on the podcast, but I was so excited just to see another girl on the driving range. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. I'm like, I have to tell her about it. I think I had like maybe 5 other people as part of the group at that time. Like we were not big at all. It was still, getting into it, but I was probably more excited than I showed, but it was great. It was great to piggyback off of that finally, because I know you've talked about it before. So
Oh yeah, no. Bry Guy tells that story. I tell everyone how much I love Hilton Head. It basically comes up on every podcast, and it's wonderful. But
perfect.
it's a good thing. It's a good.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say, and I don't tell a story to hear myself talk. I'm actually very excited about what you're all about, what Girls Gone Clubbing has done for the game of golf in the Boston area for women golfers out there. And I think it's definitely very important like initiative and mission, and sadly necessary. So that's why I'm like the biggest fan and honorary Girls Gone Clubbing, Brian Gone Clubbing member here.
Good. Unfortunately, there's already a Mr. GGC, but if you want to be Mr. GGC too, that works.
Well, I was about to
vice Mr. GCC or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll make it work.
Yeah, we can't assume anything these days. So
So
I was
Sarah, tell us how this all started. Like, what was day one? Like, what was the epiphany that you had? What happened? How
Yeah.
explain
Yeah.
more.
So, I mean, it's funny, right? So when I picked up golf, I only really knew like my dad, my boyfriend, and that was really it. And I mean, just the three of you, like think in your head, like how many times, or if you've ever golfed with a woman, like have you ever really recollected how many times you've driven by our tees? Like it happens all the time. You don't even think, you tee off back there, you drive right by. Frankly, I was sick of it. No. But it's kind of funny because I joke about it and it is kind of true though. It was always very serious, and I probably had three other friends that I golfed with. So if one of them couldn't come, it was like a scramble. I don't want to be, stuck with a rando, and it's intimidating. I'm not great at the game. I don't want to be judged. So it just kind of started as like, oh, I wish I had this network of other women who are in the same boat as me that I could tap into and, play at a less competitive, more casual social golfer. And kind of the rest is history. It just it really organically grew to, more than I can imagine at this point. I mean, it was something that started as like this little passion project. And, this year I'm, going to try to take the official nonprofit route, if I can ever make it through all that paperwork. But, it's grown from, like what Brian said, people that have played golf that are looking for more of the social aspect, or, the other spectrum where it's, I don't even know how to start. Like, who's going to go out and buy $1,000 set of clubs when you don't even know if you're going to like it? So, how to make it a welcoming environment, getting new golfers on the course, and specifically younger professionals too, right? When do we golf? When we're not working our 9 to 5s. There's tons of ladies leagues out there, but they're like, hey, it's Tuesday at 1 p.m. What are you doing? And I'm like, I'm paying your social security still. So it's hard, but yeah, so that's kind of a little bit how it started. And this is our fourth year, I guess, fifth year. We started in 2020, so this will be our fourth. So yeah, I'm excited about, where this season's gonna go. A ton of events, lessons, kind of our signature events. So yeah.
Yeah, one of the things I definitely noticed, which is really cool, is all the different events you guys do, which is great. Like Babes and Botox, I will say, I was a little tempted. I was a little
I got heat for that one, let me tell
what?
you. Yeah. We can keep it offline, but it was basically like, we don't need Botox to be perfect. Golf is misogynistic enough.
Mm,
But you know what? Look good, play good, right?
I
Don't
mean,
have to go to that one. Don't have to go.
Yeah, you don't have to go. And I always say too, we're supporting local, right? This place that we go to is a woman-owned business. They like to golf. They always come to my events, vice versa. It's not like this, but it's a networking group. It's a community. It's so much more than just golf.
mm, no, that totally makes sense. I mean, I saw that and I was just like, do
You gotta stay
I
busy during the winter.
do I sign up? Because even though I don't have wrinkles, like maybe they have like a little bit of a hair thing that they could put up
Oh
here so
yeah.
that way the receding
RPF
hairline's
or
not there
something.
anymore. Oh my God. I was like, okay, so I can't do that yet, but like, do you got anything else for me? Or are you just gonna tell me to stop wearing hats? Because then I could just do that too.
I think that's all a myth. Hats are a myth.
I think
Have
so
you
too. I think so too. But no, and then I know you guys have done a lot of events at Birdie Bar as well, and you guys have a pretty strong partnership with them. I know from our last podcast, Brooke has also built a pretty strong partnership. Kind of walk us through like what happens when you're kind of like reaching out to these different groups. You're just like, hey, like I'm with this group, and like we really be interested in doing an event at your spot. What's kind of the life cycle behind that?
Yeah, I mean, I personally will go to vendors or golf courses that I've myself tried out. Because I don't want to, I'm not fake on the social media thing. Like, I'm not going to push something that someone hasn't that I haven't already tried myself. So really just reaching out to some of these courses and just kind of getting personal with them, saying like, hey, do you have women that are on your golf course? Like, do you have any women's leagues? Would you be interested in that? And a lot of times the answer is no, we don't have that already. We'd love to do something for the group. Like maybe it's not, a discounted round or whatever it may be, but just promoting it and showing that they're open and, willing to have like women, and that it's a safe environment for us to golf in. So I kind of just approach it that way, and it's worked so far. Obviously, we all know how popular golf has become, so I don't really get away with my Saturday shotguns anymore, but it's really great just to have those partnerships, because they're always willing to fit us in, or just build their brand too, because if they're 90% male that are on their course, I'm opening their course up to a ton more exposure at that point. And specifically these municipal courses too, like we're public golfers. That's what we are. It's a community that we can go out and be social and be public, and it doesn't mean you can't belong to a private club, but we're their target market, and if I can help them expand that in any way. And I also, maybe I guess this year and last year, I've been providing more metrics to these courses. So when people sign up, I'll ask, hey, have you ever played Newton Com before? Have you ever played, Brookline before? So then when I go to that course now, I can say, hey, thanks so much for hosting us. Just so you know, we had 95% of these women that had never played at your course before that are probably going to come back. So that's something that like we've started to do, and I've been trying to get better at the technology piece instead, but just like one little metric that I can provide to them to be like, wow, this is, a good partnership to have.
No, that's awesome. I mean, Bry Guy, we got to get the Fresh Pond people on there too, so that way,
I love Fresh Pond.
Oh, that's Brian's course right there.
The other thing that I'm a huge fan, I've been following the Girls Gone Clubbin account since the day at the range, and one of my favorite more frequent or more recent trilogies or not trilogies, I guess, features or content is the transfusion reviews, and I think maybe if you haven't already, adding that as an additional metric into to what you provide, and say who makes the best
funny
transfusion.
you say that. I actually, you heard it here first. I'm actually doing a partnership with FootJoy, who just released a special. Have you heard of My Joys? They're like the custom like Nike IDs, but for FootJoy.
Yep.
They have a custom one with a transfusion on them. So we're going to be doing like a really cool like giveaway type thing. The guys at Case Golf who do like the head covers, that was like my latest one. They're like, we just released this. Will you do a review? So it was one of those things that kind of keep me relevant and like having fun with it too. Like it's not just like, hey, there's 100 something ladies out here, but everyone likes a good transfusion. So why not have some fun with it?
Absolutely delicious of a beverage, and it's a win-win. I mean, I've only ever had one on the golf course, because obviously transfusions and golf, those are a marriage there, and and it gets people going. I mean, I know a lot of people imbibe on a lot of different libations out there of all sorts, but to me, none other than that makes me think of golf or transfusions is that. So that's awesome. Congratulations on the kind of the partnership with FootJoy and such, just walking through that, because people forget that Acushnet, Titleist, and FootJoy are here in our beautiful state of Massachusetts. So it's always awesome to see the local companies and institutions kind of coming together, because we're all we got. Homegrown here.
Yep.
And Sarah, I'm curious, Sarah. So this is gonna kind of precede my next question, but how long have you been playing golf?
So I took up golf, I think in 2017. I guess 2018. I got 2017 Christmas. I got my first set of clubs under the Christmas tree. It was not a new set of clubs. It was probably some husband's wife's clubs that my dad regripped or something from Florida and called it a day. But he was like, oh, you should really get into it. I just started golfing. So Probably started playing in Florida like early 2018, and then really like hit the range when the season came up 2018, and then 2 years later COVID hit, but so did Girls Gone Clubbin.
I love it. And what I think your group and what you provide is might be more valuable than is talked about, because you provide that next level growing the game. Because like yourself, you said you went golfing with your dad and your boyfriend or whatever, and they were the people who were holding your hand, introducing you to the game. Whereas like I have buddies who are like, teach me the game of golf, and I'm like, yeah, like I'll take you golfing a couple times, but you can only get so good. And I'm sure someone new coming into the game, they don't know how to branch out and they don't want to go to the course by themselves, like you were saying. And
Yeah.
you provide, male or female, you provide that other option for them to feel comfortable to go without that person holding their
Yeah.
hand. And I think that is so valuable in growing the game. So I just want to applaud you for that. That is awesome.
Yeah, no, I mean, it is something that, don't get me wrong. I love golfing with my dad. I love golfing with my significant other sometimes, but sometimes it's just nice to go out with the girls.
Yeah.
And, once you find, and I think it's with anything in life, if you find someone that has a similar passion as you, it makes it so much easier than just like, hey, we're going to the bar. You want to go? Like everyone drinks. It's what do you do? But it's so much nicer when you actually can share a passion for something else. And how you may not have met these people if it wasn't for golf. And I think a lot of people have reached out to me on the side, and it's awesome. It's inspiring that some of these girls are like, I've met lifelong friends from your group that I would have never met before. So for me, it's really maintaining like that community aspect. Like, yeah, sure, I could go, dump a clinic in every state across the country, but it doesn't build that same community and that network that we're trying to go to. So, yeah, Girls Gone Clubbin can expand, but I'm not done in Boston yet. So that's kind of, my mindset and where I, see this kind of growing.
Yeah, no, I think that's unbelievable. What are some of the, I would say like have you had kind of, I mean, hopefully not, but like either golf courses or vendors that have just been like, hey, we're good. Like we're good. We don't need to be involved, or like, have they said like, oh, come back maybe another time or stuff like that? Like, have there been any like kind of obstacles or challenges around that?
Honestly, I can say no.
That's great.
It's been really, people are really, really open. Sometimes you'll occasionally, get the kind of the clap back when you're on the course, if you will. Like someone will, when someone oversteps your driving range just to correct your swing, it's like, okay, do I have like I'm accepting tips on my back? Like, no, I don't today. So there's some things like that that are still these, stereotypes that we kind of work towards. But one of the things that we've been trying to do is more education, like lessons, like what do I do around the green? Who goes first? What is pace of play? Why is it so important? So that you're not feeling that like intimidation type on the course, so that we don't get those kind of negative reviews. And I do like to ask the course, like, yeah, the ranger's going to come around if we're behind on pace of play, and, we want to be invited back. So, kind of keep it up. And then I like to go back to the course and say, how did we do? Like, do you want us back here next year? And I haven't heard anything bad so far. So, I think it's good so far. I'm not, knock on wood. Hopefully I didn't just jinx myself here this year, but we've been, lucky so far.
Something you said made me want to run through a wall. You said you want to grow Girls Gone Clubbing, but you're not yet done here in Boston. That was just, yeah, I loved it.
Yeah,
That's right,
I'm
Tim.
not.
Nothing in Rhode Island for you yet, bud. No Rhode Islanders yet.
No, in a good way, motivational. Like the best has yet to come. That's pretty.
Yeah, I would love to expand like to New York and maybe up to New Hampshire. But again, this isn't my full-time job. This is my passion. I wish I had 100 hours a week to dedicate to this. I just do not. So for, what I have to give right now, I'm, trying 110%. But like I said, I'm not done in Boston yet. I still, there's still people that if you hear a girl that wants to golf, the first thing in their mind, I want someone to say, you should join Girls Gone Clubbin. Like I want to be the household name of women's golf in Boston first.
And now,
I know I do.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Thanks, Brian.
Yeah, just all the girls and then Brian's in the background, just with the nice little hat.
I'm just
camera.
I'm Midori's caddy and driver, essentially.
We're just gonna have GGC boyfriends of Instagram now.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
right.
I was about to say it's just gonna be Brian.
That would be fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I know
too funny, but
go for it, Brian.
go ahead,
Sorry.
man. No, you go for it.
I was about to say, I know you guys have done a lot with like a lot of the simulator areas, and then now, but I'm guessing now, since Boston finally got a Top Golf.
Yep.
How has that been? Because I know you guys did something with Smoke Show in December, and I'm sure you guys are doing more planning this year. It must just take the vibe. I mean, Granite Links is always great. Crossing Nines is an awesome place, but like
it's a vibe.
Top Golf is just a different thing. It is just
and I mean, I love Top Golf. It's always going to be corporate. There's really nothing we can do about it, but the people that I've interacted with there so far have been awesome. You know, our holiday party, I was like freaking out because it was cold out, and like I was dying in the jacket that I was wearing because those space heaters were cranking. And they were just awesome. Like everything was on time, you know, they were very punctual, and they just loved having us there. They're like, this is great. Like we, you know, want a women's league here. We want this and that. So it was really nice working with them. Like they put kind of the human back into the, what I anticipated being like very corporate, like, oh, you know, you want an event here, I have to go to, you know, 5 different levels to get it approved and all that. So it was not like that at all, which was great. You know, traffic kind of stinks going down to Canton every now and then, but it is what it is. We drive in 30 minutes just to get to Granite Link sometimes. So, yeah, they've been great. Super excited. I'm hoping that I actually was thinking about going this weekend.
It's I mean, there's great 5-iron down in Boston, down in the financial district
I have
now.
yet to try 5-iron.
It's good. It is good. I actually really, really like it. And I've been to the older 5-irons in New York City before where they were like, we're just putting up a 5-iron. And it was like, not, you know, it was like old school simulator vibe.
I mean, I think they have like really nice clubs to use too. Someone told me. Yeah. So
yeah, no, they have Callaway's.
I
was gonna say they have a partnership with Callaway, and it's the closest thing to a country club feel than without an actual course. I mean, I go back and forth on if I like simulators or not. I'd obviously rather be hitting an actual ball onto a range or on a course, but if it makes sense, I mean, like you can get, I personally don't, but you can get memberships there, and you can store your clubs in the locker room there, so you don't have to lug it around on the
Links
team.
Fitness too. Links Fitness Club. It's below the Boston Park Plaza. They have 3 simulators there. It's a gym, but you can have like a gym and then a golf combo, or you can just have the golf one. You know, there are, I'm not opposed to simulators at all. It's just sometimes it's a little expensive. You know, one of the huge barriers that is something that pretty much everyone goes through with golf, but I think it's harder for women to swallow who have never participated, is golf is expensive. So, you know, people are used to our sip and swings where you could come and you can buy a $15 bucket, or you can just sit there and have a drink and, you know, socialize. But if it comes time to doing like sip and swings in simulators, it's like, then you have to, you know, figure out the hourly, and it adds up a little bit, and trying to get those, you know, just make it a little bit less intimidating from a cost perspective. So we try to do our simulator work with like a value add. So if it's, you know, there's a Golf Pro available, or, you know, it includes like a drink ticket or something that like actually is worth your while, versus just saying, hey, it's free play for 2 hours, you know, come join. Because anyone can do that at any time. And, you know, we want to make it worth their while, and, you know, cost effective too. So
yeah, that is definitely the one thing with the simulators that has been interesting, to say the least, that it's like,
I feel like it just keeps going.
Yeah. 100% on that side for sure. But no, I think it's been really good on that end, where it's like, you know, having all these different areas, obviously, like I will always say, like, and there's no better thing golf wise in the summer than going to Granite Links on like a Saturday and just like sitting, trying to, standing in line, putting your little bag behind like 7 others people's bags. Like it's sometimes it's hilarious, but
Yeah.
I think that place is great. And then obviously Top Golf will probably do very, very well up here.
Yeah.
But it's
I
it's
can't
really
believe
great
they
that
couldn't dig there for the targets.
I am so mad about that because like it,
It makes no sense.
without Top Golf in New England, and then they put in 2, one in Rhode Island in Cranston and one in Canton here, and we got the worst one. The one in Cranston is immaculate. It's got the full-fledged dug-in holes, and it's
Yeah.
3 stories. It's insane.
I almost went. I think I was away, but
I've like I almost rather go down.
have you guys
Uh,
spoke with Sunny from Group Chat Golf?
no, I've exchanged DMs with them before, but
Yeah.
no, we've
So
never.
he's a Rhode Island guy, and
Yeah,
he did a big party down there. I think I was away. I was so bummed I missed it, but he was like, that was like the best. But for some reason they like hit granite and they didn't want to use explosives or something. So they're like, we'll just paint the targets here in Canton.
of
So go
course.
figure. But
No, I'm not surprised by that. The one in Cranston is like I've driven by it a couple times. I've never been in it, but it's the full
I'll have to get a field
size.
trip.
It's massive. It's
Yeah.
Heated seats, baby. Heated seats.
Wow.
You're sitting right on that couch, and your Katushi is very warm. It's very nice. It's very nice. But I did not know that. We played one of those Top Golfs down there with the painted thing. The shot tracker still hits those things like it's still
Yeah, I mean, it's still as accurate as it would as if it went in the target, which that blows my mind too. I have no idea how that works, but I don't have to. So, but yeah, I mean, it still works, but it just was so weird to see. I'm like, wait a second, they messed up.
not
so
as
they
satisfying.
do at Top Golf, they do have the chip inside the ball, which keeps it super accurate. But I went to McGolf yesterday, actually. I don't know if you've been to McGolf,
Yeah.
but they have they're classified and have Top Tracer technology if you download the app. And it wasn't working too terrific yesterday.
Mhm.
I was trying to get some of the yardages down. But I mean, that place is as high tech as they come at there in McGolf. And to me, I'm in Brookline. It's kind of the only open, the closest range to me. Robert Lynch isn't open as a range right now.
Yeah,
But they do have the heated bays, which
but like the
for
quarter
us
inch.
here is necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But it is lacking the liquor license, and not that liquor is everything. You have to, but it's missing that social atmosphere
Yeah,
vibe of
they got ice
sitting
cream, right?
people being able to sit on couches. And yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, it's just I think that's important. And definitely a Girls Gone Clubbing necessity is not just a practice section, but it's more of a social fun
yeah,
atmosphere than practicing, because you can only hit so many balls, especially if you're brand new to the sport.
yeah. Or they're $16 a bucket.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like I said,
I
there
know.
are kind of downplays to the Granite Lake side as well.
Fine. You know, it took me like 4 years before I actually like got some, we'll call it status at Granite Links.
Mm.
So now they usually reserve me a bay or two on Wednesday nights for our sip and swings, which I'm really grateful for. But you know, most of the women that are there are because of me. So that's kind of our home base. Everyone's like, oh, you guys are members at Granite Links. I'm like, I wish, but not yet.
So I know you're very active on Instagram and keeping the members of Girls Gone Clubbing up to date on upcoming events. But do you want to kind of outline what this upcoming season looks like? What's your like
Yeah.
schedule? What do you have in store?
Oh, I think I froze, but yeah, so I mean, this year I have locked down sort of our big 3 events. So we do a kickoff event, which is usually at Brookline. And it's more of just like an intro to the season, like getting everybody back together again. And then we do our huge summer scramble, which is usually midsummer. I think we have it July 12th. So save the date if any of you ladies are listening. And then our Golftoberfest, which has been a huge hit. It's actually been bigger than our summer scramble. Everyone's got like weddings and everything to go to in the summer, and it's so busy. But yeah, the Golftoberfest has been awesome. We do costumes on the course, and people really get into it. So that's been really fun. It was freezing last year, but everyone had a onesie on anyways. So yeah, and then our core events, we're trying to do more like GGC nines, which will be like a happy hour 9, like Friday afternoons after work, or keeping up with our 9 before 9s on Friday mornings, so you can play 9 holes before you go into work. And then our sip and swings are our classics on Wednesday nights. And then more lessons, really, just getting kind of small group lessons, 4 or 5 people at a time, with some more personalized approach to golf, whether that be at Brookline, at Newton Com. We've had some larger ones at Granite Links. We'll do like a sip and swing clinic. So that's kind of what you can expect from us, where we have a lot of things going. Lessons wise, I try to hit north, south, and west. So making sure that everyone kind of feels the love and can expand the game more, and that's kind of what our season looks like. And we have some fun partnerships and social events and things like that throughout the season, but those usually come up a little bit more ad hoc. But yeah.
No, that sounds great. Brian, get ready, because Instagram boyfriend Brian's about to be out for the entire GGC community.
Yeah, just reserve yourself. I'll send you the schedule and you can just mark off your calendar.
I will make sure
just
to
rotate like a little chore chart of who's going to show up.
Oh my! So what we could do, Brian, literally, like, and I will put myself in there too. Caddy bibs that say golf Instagram picture boy, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Someone
and that would
mentioned
be
this to me, that they wanted to do an event and have like the guys caddy.
Yeah, I
And
think
I'm
that'd
like,
be
I
great.
don't know if I could find that many guys, but then I'm like, oh wait, that would be awesome if like all these golf pros that don't necessarily belong to a course,
Yeah,
if like they were a caddy. So it was, 3 girls and a golf pro, so that you were kind of being taught, but like, or like someone like yourself, or like just, I don't know, just have a little bit more fun.
they
on
don't
the
want me
course.
to teach them how to play golf. They
I
do
know,
not
that's
want me.
maybe not that, but we need someone to get us our drinks every now and then too.
Exactly. Oh, I'd be a bomb cart guy. I
say,
would be
Brendan's
the
good at
best
that.
cart guy. I'm
Right.
very good at the cart guy. I can
And
be
the tunes. He's DJ / bartender /
Perfect.
just
slash
smoke show
/ Instagram
candy.
boyfriend / all the above.
No, that'd be
Perfect.
an awesome time. I mean, yeah, less like, I know kind of the talk of getting the boyfriends or husbands or significant others involved and on the male side is like, we don't need to be involved, because this isn't about us. This is a woman group, and this is and we're fine. I have to make cuts when making tea times a lot of the time for my male friends, but
Yeah.
I definitely, I mean, I am so gung ho about it, especially because my girlfriend really likes golf, and I want her, because it's sometimes hard for her to put a foursome together, or put that together, because not many of her female friends do golf, or have the schedules aligned and all that. But I think that would be hysterical. Count me in. I'll wear the caddy bib.
I'll have to
Or
do like a sign up and see who's
I'm looking it
interested.
up right now. I'm looking
I
up
was
how
gonna
much they
say.
cost.
Or
Not
It's
even
gotta be on
joking.
Etsy somewhere, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
yeah. I saw it all on Amazon, because I was gonna be a caddy for Halloween. You can
Oh
get
yeah.
the full white smock, and you can customize the name on the back, and
Wow.
and all
All right,
that.
let's do it.
Yeah, count me in. I think we get the wheels turning on this. Do some kind of collab, some Girls Gone Duffin collab, or something along those
Like it.
lines.
Love
Duffin,
it. Love
Duffin
it.
gone clubbing, girls gone clubbing. I love it. Girls gone Duffin, even better.
Duffin gone clubbing.
Brian,
Oh.
I could definitely see you being the guy at the beginning, the first hole, announcing every group, like 4, please, now to the tee,
Yeah,
Sarah.
with a clipboard.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep, making it legit.
Just flipping the
That,
sign over.
yes.
Exactly.
We'll have to get you one of those like little mini microphones too, so we can do it
Yes.
for Instagram,
Yep. Yep. I'm in. Count me in. If you ever need me, I'm happy to be a representative and partake. But
Oh.
I don't think my girlfriend wants me there. She goes there. She goes to Girls Gone Clubbing to get away from me. I
Yeah.
think she probably like, now he's following me over here. So
Yeah, right. It's my group.
but I think it's so going back to what a little comment you said earlier on, and I thought it was kind of humorous when you're saying, oh, like that you personally love golfing with your dad and golfing with your, is it your fiance or your husband or
Boyfriend,
your
yeah, same thing.
boyfriend,
Not fiance, yeah.
your boyfriend. You said, I like golfing with my boyfriend, and then you said sometimes really quickly. You said, throwing that in there. I think especially as a beginner golfer, just learning, starting to learn, um, it's it's kind of like human nature to not be as receptive to advice or tips from your significant other. You can get snapped, and same with a parent too, being like, oh, they're always telling me how to do something,
Keep your head
and
down.
but like, yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
and it's easy to get frustrated. So I think you creating this environment where you have either golf pros or just fairly good golfers kind of teaching kind of candidly at the range or at these different events, I think it is super helpful because probably more receptive to learning from someone else that they don't hear or talk
Relate
to
to.
every
Yeah.
day or and such. So yeah, it could be kind of one of those events if you had a boyfriends of the girls gone clubbing and each of the group as a caddy. I
Yeah.
mean, I am the last person that should be actually teaching, but just
I mean,
simple things
you
like
probably know
they,
more things than, some
r-
girls on the course too, even if it's not like a swing tip or something.
right, exactly,
Um,
just like etiquette tips or something along those lines. It's a good learning experience.
yeah,
And it makes me feel like I know a thing or two, even.
right. Yeah,
uh,
and I mean, there was one like big takeaway from last season that I didn't really quite realize, but I guess, in my mind, etiquette would be not to critique someone's swing without asking, right? Are you open to tips? And it's something that I have kind of portrayed onto our community. But it's also like, don't be afraid to ask too, right? If you're in a twosome and you clearly see that this person is, a good golfer or something, you can say, hey, like, I'd be really open if you have any tips for me. I was like, that is like a perfect cue that like if you're trying to build your game, it makes the other person feel good because they're like, oh, cool, this girl she likes my swing. Like, I'll give her a tip. But it's also like it provides more of a environment that you want to be in, right? That someone's like, oh, okay, like I'm not just like this guy's not just judging me the whole time. Like he actually paid attention and said, oh, like maybe you should keep your head down a little bit, or you're like, but it's more so that communication up front saying, I'm open for tips if, we're out on the course, or, hey, I just adjusted my swing a little bit. Like, sorry if, I take an extra practice swing, or just something that shows that you're either open or not to a tip. I think is something that we kind of shy away from as women, even like we're just expecting that someone's going to tell me what's wrong, or like I'm like, oh well, this person, obviously if I keep missing the ball, this person's going to tell me what I'm doing wrong. But that's not always the case, because in golf that's typically not the etiquette. So just kind of something that I noticed this year that I've been trying to kind of portray a little bit more to the community. So I thought it was interesting.
Very, very valuable.
It's helped my game a little bit, playing with random people. If there's just me and my girlfriend and, two other people are there, I'm like, yeah, like I'm not perfect at golf. So if you see something, say something.
God, I should do that more often. I get so defensive sometimes when people tell me I'm doing stuff wrong, so I need to be better about that.
Well, yeah, I mean, if it's unsolicited advice and you're like, yeah, buddy, I get it. I stink at golf, but if you say it up front, then they're not going to be like, oh, this person was so slow. It's like, yeah, they're learning the game and they're trying to get better. So I might as well, help them out.
Yeah, I mean, and those that are attending an event or some kind of organized social networking thing, typically that'll be obviously the crowd that is receptive to feedback, because they wouldn't be there if they think they had it all figured out
Yeah.
or they didn't want to have a good time. Which is my perfect teaching environment, because I really don't like to. I'm not very good at teaching or coaching in a lot of aspects of things, and especially in the golf course. I have a homemade swing. You shouldn't be taking swing tips from me, but something as simple,
As
like
I say, not as
I
I
know what
do.
to do. I know what to do. I just can't physically
Yeah.
do it. So it's yeah, I
Yeah,
think
everyone's always
it's a
like,
great
oh,
thing.
you're doing a lesson. Are you doing the lesson? I'm like, you don't want a lesson from me.
No, I'm
Like,
pulling
I
up a
will hire a
YouTube video.
professional to do the lesson.
Yeah, here's a YouTube video from
Yeah.
some influencer, and only watch that one person. Don't watch multiple, because they're gonna all tell you different things, and your
They
brain's gonna
are.
be
You got to
jumbled.
stick with one. You got to stick
One
with
tip
one.
at a time. One tip at a time. Master it and move on.
It's so true. I mean, I need to take lessons from my girlfriend, in the sense of when she's on the green and she's putting, she's lights out, but it's because she
Gotta
didn't
be a girl thing.
doesn't have all these different things going on in her head, and she just had, they say, putt like a kid, just
Yep.
putt like a kid, get up there and just
You're at
whack
mini
it. And
golf again.
yeah, yeah, like I got to remind myself I'm not as good as I think I am.
Yeah. Drive for show, putt for dough.
Yeah,
And
that's
I do neither. So
Yeah, right. I wish you would
Brendan.
drive for dough, but if you want a 3-putt, I got you.
Certainly driving and putting, but it's there's nothing positive about it. But yeah,
Yeah.
this is fantastic. I'm so happy that we're able to make this work, and I look
Yeah.
forward to uh dropping Midori off at these different events, or
Wave
partaking
bye
if
as
you
you
need me.
leave. Pick you up in an
Yeah,
hour,
right.
honey. See you
I'll
later.
wait. I'll wait in the car. I'll wait
Yeah.
wait in the car
little
for that.
does
I'll leave the
Midori
Zooming in on
know.
this thing to take
crack.
pictures.
I was gonna say
Little
crack the
does.
windows a little bit.
Yeah, I think one year I had my boyfriend drive around in the cart and like take pictures because I'm kind of like a one-woman show and I was like, I really need to get like some good content. This is so fun. And so I like had to like do like a disclosure and like if you see a guy on the course taking pictures of you all, like it's on purpose.
Call
Smile back like you're
911.
having fun.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
which is funny,
hit
but
golf balls at him.
yeah, right. Make sure when he's driving through the fairway that you hit him. No.
That's definitely something I could do, is drive around with the microphone, create some content for you, and do
I need
some
all the help I
polls.
can get on the content stuff. That is
I'm
not
telling you, we're
But
getting the
yeah,
caddy bibs. We're getting the caddy
I was
bibs,
gonna
and it's
say,
gonna say like golf Instagram boyfriend on the back or something like that, or golf Instagram
We'll
caddy.
have to call it like I'm trying to think of what GGC could mean from a girls golf caddy. I don't know. I'll try to think of something funny, but after girls gone
guys gone
clubbing, I've
caddying.
lost all of my 10
Guys
years.
gone caddying.
Yeah.
Guys gone caddying.
That works. But no,
Yeah.
it's cool. It's really an awesome thing, and I gotta just get my hands, because this is obviously my girlfriend's hat, and she also has a nice
I got
quarter
more.
zip, Girls Gone Clubbing quarter zip that doesn't fit me, unfortunately, but
Hey, the merch store has men's stuff now, men's and unisex. So
I'm jumping on there.
Sara, to any new any people listening who are interested in hearing your story, hearing what you got going on, interested in seeing what you're all about, what would be your advice to them? How would you like them to contact you? Just like, how do they get started?
I mean, just do it. It's just like Nike said. No, I get DMs all the time. I'm very active on Instagram. We do have a Facebook page, but it's not as active. But honestly, DM me and it's me behind the Instagram page. So I always answer. I don't have any of those like automatic responses set up. I have no idea how to do that. But yeah, I mean, Instagram is the best. Girls Gone Clubbin at Gmail. You know, I really can answer to anything, but you know, just ask. There's so many questions that people have, like, do I need to have 2 years of experience to come join? Like, you know, what are the skill levels of these people? Like, I'm scared. Like, I had one girl be like, you guys are all so pretty, I don't want to come. I'm like, what? Like, just show up. Like this is the least intimidating group of women in Boston. I can't even get over that some of these people just show up and they show up by themselves, like
Awesome.
not knowing anything. And we had our kickoff last year. We had to pull an audible because it was raining, so we brought it indoors to Birdie Bar. And I couldn't believe the people checking in that were just like individually checking in. Like they didn't come with a girlfriend or anything. And so during the, you know, I usually do like a kickoff speech or whatever. And, you know, I started it off and I was like, who came here alone today? Like just a show of hands. And like, you know, 50% of the girls showed up. And I'm like, you guys are truly like my inspiration, because I don't think I could do that. I don't know if I could show up alone to an event and, you know, be comfortable doing that. And I'm very thankful that I've created a community that inspires that and makes people comfortable enough to come and like do that. So if there's any advice that I say, just come and see what it's like. Sip and swings are there for a reason. If you don't like it, you don't like golf, or you might decide that you just want to come and meet friends, like go for it. But you know, the answer is always no if you don't ask. So just do it.
Wow, one of the best answers we've ever had to a question on the podcast. Well done.
Just
I'm
do
glad I
it.
asked.
Just pull a Nike.
Wow.
I told you I like to talk and I like golf. So yeah.
That's
No,
great.
that is great. Timbo, we want to do the questions?
With pleasure. Sarah, do you have any hole-in-ones?
No. Close.
No. Close? Okay.
Close doesn't count. So no.
Close is not. But neither do we, so don't feel bad.
Yeah.
It's weird. I want you to look into your backyard. I want you to imagine there's a
I don't
golf
have
hole.
backyard.
If you
either.
had one.
If
Okay.
you had a backyard. If you
Yeah.
had.
Pretend you have a backyard in
Okay.
your white picket fence house in the future.
Yep.
Your backyard is a golf hole. I want you to picture your favorite golf hole, either you've ever played or you've seen on TV. You get to play this hole over and over again. It comes with all the scenery, all the accoutrements, all the whatever you want that is included with this hole, and that's in your backyard. Which hole would you want as your backyard hole?
Okay, so I think it's Paynes Valley, and
Okay.
it's like the whole, is that Tiger Woods' course? That's what it's called, right?
Yep, Paynes
Yeah,
Valley.
okay.
Yep.
Yeah, wicked good at golf. But the green is like in the middle of a water, but you have to go through like a cave to get there.
Yeah, it's the 19th. It's the bonus hole. It's the 19th hole.
Yeah, okay. Of course I like it. It's the 19th hole. So yeah, I want the 19th hole in my backyard. That's what I want. I want the 19th hole in my backyard. How about that?
That's awesome. I love that.
Wow, that's a great answer. We've never had that one. That's good. That's good.
Haven't been. Bucket list.
Bucket list for sure.
PGC golf trip coming up.
That whole complex, they have like 3 or 4 courses down there, including a short course
in the
too.
middle of nowhere though. Like
Yeah.
I don't even know how I would fly there.
I think you got to fly into like Kansas City or like St. Louis
Isn't
and
it the
drive.
Ozarks or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well, sidetrack.
Yeah, right.
It's definitely a pilgrimage that is probably worthwhile.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It sounds like it has to be just a golf trip with nothing else. I feel like I don't know. There's not like one that's right there. You know
I mean, their 19th hole is just a hole. Does it even have a bar?
I know, right? It's a good
I don't
question.
know. I mean, maybe there might be a dive bar down the street. Who knows?
Holy, yeah, this really is in the
pack
middle.
The bag, pack the golf bag with some high noons and.
Brendan's on Google Maps right now.
I am on Google Maps. It's
satellite view. Did you find the hole?
No, but I now know where Paynes Valley Golf Course is. It's in the middle of nowhere. It is on the Arkansas border.
Be in my backyard soon, so
yeah, you may want to.
I'll pick it up and put it in a backyard that has more civilization around it.
Excellent.
Oh, I'm going to pull an audible for this one. For your 19th hole bar in your backyard, which golf course's transfusion are you going to have there?
Ooh, okay. Thus far, all right, it kind of depends if it's a double or not. But honestly, Sandy Burr, I will give them that. Phenomenal transfusions.
Okay.
It could have been because I was freezing because it was like 30 degrees the day we played. And the Cape Club of Sharon. They are very homemade, very good ratio of ginger ale and grape juice. So those are my top two right now. Granite Links for a double, but you're also paying for it too. So
Yeah. I'm about to get so much hate from this next thing that I say.
oh boy.
I don't like
You
grape
like the
juice.
can.
Yeah, no, I don't like grape juice. So
Oh, see, I
Yeah,
don't
but
like grape juice either, but it's something about the vodka and the ginger ale.
gonna
Like,
say,
I like it.
I
Brent,
will
you-
say I've
you
had a
don't
couple
like-
cran fusions. Oh wow.
Oh,
The
no,
cran fusions. Yeah.
Maybe
So
I'll
you
have to
replace the
rate one
grape
of
with the
those.
cranberry?
Yeah.
well, so that's in my case. I don't like orange juice, but I love mimosas. Like it's there's hope for you, Bren. You can order your own transfusion and maybe you'll like it.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I've had the cran fusion. I'm like Leonardo DiCaprio in The Departed. I just like cranberry juice. It's just kind of my thing. So like I just like it.
And you like 12-year-olds?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Always date younger,
My
Brendan.
God, that came out very, very bad. We
I
may
get
have to
older
cut
and they stay the same age.
Oh man.
Sorry, Leo, catching strays.
Oh, that was interesting, right?
We'll have to edit that one out.
No, we do one take. Everyone knows the
Yeah,
rules.
I'm
but
not invited to Girls Gone Clubbing anymore. I just ruined it. I just canceled myself.
Bry Guy is no longer the Instagram caddy.
Yeah. Give me that
I
hat back.
legitimately just looked that up on Etsy, by the way. I may be getting a caddy bib that literally says Instagram caddy on the back just as a
Instagram
joke.
caddy.
And I think it'd be hilarious. I don't even have to go to the GGC things. I'll just show
No, you
up
could literally
randomly.
just show up at any course and they'd be like, oh, okay, this guy's legit.
Yeah, seriously. He's just an Instagram caddy. You pay him $20.
Maybe you'll get tips.
Oh my God, imagine. That'd be
Like
unbelievable.
cash tips, not golf swing tips.
No. Do you have any tips for us, caddy? Nope.
Nope.
None.
Do you have any tips for me?
I was gonna say I accept them.
Aim small, miss small. Aim small,
Yeah.
miss small. Oh man.
Yeah, you got to put your Venmo on the back too.
Yeah, a
Ooh.
QR code so you can just scan it.
That'd be genius. That would be genius. Look at this. We're coming up with new business ideas.
Yeah,
Rye Guy's no longer allowed at any of the Girls Gone Clubbing thing. Brian went
right.
from
I'll wear my caddy bib in the parking lot as I wait because I'm not allowed anywhere close to anybody. But no, Brendan, you got to have it say Duff Daddy on the back. I think
no, because that would
just,
I mean, yes, I will get like a separate name plate for that one,
Don't
but
they
like,
just like Velcro off? You can
yes,
just get
they
a
do.
few.
So you
Okay,
can
yeah.
get like they make them for like $10, so you can get like just like random. So that would be a good one. Instagram caddy would be a great one. We'll figure one out for the GGC because that would be fun. Like Guys Gone Caddy, and I think would be very
I'll take
funny.
it back to the drawing board and see what I can.
We'll get there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Oh man. Well, Sarah, we really, really appreciate you coming on tonight. Everyone in the Boston area, New England area, if you want to make a drive, some people live in Rhode Island and it's a little far away. If you go 30 minutes, you got to pack the overnight bag, Tim. But you may make it up. You may be able to make it up. But if you can, please go to one of the Girls Gone Clubbing events coming up. They have a full schedule. They're going to be unbelievable. You're going to see a guy in the parking lot. Don't talk to him. Just let him be.
Walk on by.
Walk right.
Head down.
But seriously, everyone, please make sure to go to, if you are a new beginner golfer, if you are an intermediate golfer, if you are any female golfer in the Boston area, make sure to get out to one of Sarah's great events. And who knows, maybe you will see, the Instagram caddy out there. You never know.
You never know.
But Sarah, we really appreciate your time tonight. And thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks, guys. This was awesome.